Hi, ParisianVibe. So today we're here on the book club to help you start the new year with the right mindset and energy. So we selected 4 books. It can be transformative books or books that will put you in motion and for the new year to come ahead. I've been an avid reader since I'm a kid. I can read 1 or 2, sometimes 3 books a day. I would read a book or reread a book if I feel like I'm not centered or I feel disconnected or I feel full of fear. And I know certain books will just help me just change my view very fast. Relax, calm down. That's the beauty of books. That's why I love them so much. Okay, so the first book is the book called Super Attractor from Gabrielle Bernstein. I've read all her books, but I think this one is very powerful. It helps you to see things a bit differently, to be confident, to be able to give it over, to say, okay, I have this desire, I have this project, but I'm not in control of the timing. And if this desire, this fire is really lit within you, then you're gonna attract things to you and be confident that things that are on their way. What she reveals is that it's all about control. And of course we would like to control like timing, like people, etc. But it doesn't work like this. When you're frustrated about the things that are not going well in your life and you do a list, I want that, I don't have that yet. Like you're projecting and you're sending a message of lack. Like you're lacking things and it's not there yet and it's frustrating. Most of the time very counterproductive. So you have to find your center and say, I have all these things and I'm grateful for them. And then you go from this, from the little things you're grateful for. And it can be just like sleeping in a bed with fresh sheets. It's more interesting to learn how to attract things to you rather than go and chase them and push for things. Sometimes things don't happen the way we want. And from that, I don't know, it kind of like makes you a magnet to attract things because what you're vibrating is something very positive, very grateful. And I don't know, I've tried and I've really seen a difference. Okay, another book I love, it's about creativity and how now you find your center and you attract things, how now you get things flowing, you organize your ideas. For me, this is the most beautiful books I've seen in, honestly, a long time. You feel that this woman, it's, I don't know, it's like everything is possible. She's a pure creative genius. Her universe is so consistent. This is the Sofia Coppola touch. She has it, she has a signature, and you could recognize it in 2000. And you enter to that and you, okay, me too, I'm taking photos with my iPhone. I think many of us, we take screenshots of things that inspire us. What is interesting in this book, in this format, is that you put things in one place. If you're not really at the step where you have your images and you're ready to get your own book, she gives us a key of the creative process. Because the creative process works like this. You have different formats. For me, that's why I try to make it flow. I will start the day drawing a flower. I'll take a note of a book, and then I'll take a picture, and then I'll screenshot something. And in the end, if you just mixes those 5 things, it says something about the ideas you have in your head and you would like to convey into a project. Collecting this is, for me, it's super precious. Another book is from Gilles Deleuze. It's Sur la peinture. It's on painting, but it's not really on the content that I chose this book. Maybe it can be a more complex reading, but it will sharpen your focus. Your focus is where your magic lies, is your power. So this book helps you get your power back. We are all bombarded with all those series to watch, all those content from social media, so our attention span gets shorter and shorter. I think a good way to resist to that is to read Gilles Deleuze. Sometimes it's very limpid and you get what he says in a simple way. Sometimes it's really more complex and he structures his views and arguments, and it's very dense. You know, you can jump from paragraph to paragraph, but it will really sharpen your attention, and sometimes it's okay if you think it's confusing or it's a bit too complex what he says. And you jump, you continue, you just go to the next paragraph and you try to keep the focus and not just, oh, I don't get it, it's complex, and I just put it down. I haven't read everything. I just stopped at page, half of it, but I'll get back to it. And if I want to strengthen that, I'll just get back. You widen your attention span and you widen your focus. Your focus is your power. And if you lose your concentration and you dilute it, you lose your power. It's a bit like exercising, doing your abs. You don't do abs every day, you just do 5 minutes and it's okay, you don't need to do more. So yes, this is my version of the abs, Gilles Deleuze. The last book is from Caroline Bongrand and it's called Eiffel et moi. It's the crazy story of this woman and the Eiffel Tower. It really defined her entire life. When she was a little girl, she went to see the Eiffel Tower and she went back, with the little Eiffel Tower. She put it under her bed and she colored it. For her, the Eiffel Tower was a weapon to protect her. It's the story of this French scenarist. She gets to Los Angeles. She gets to this very prestigious university to learn about becoming a scenarist. She was pitching her stories. And then she would meet a lot of producers who say, you have cute ideas, but your ending are not that good and you're French, and here we work with American scenarists. And it's funny because she had this moment and she had no clue about the book she was pitching. She says, it's about Paris, it's about the Eiffel Tower, and it's about the hidden story that Gustave Eiffel built this tower for a woman he loved, and then she leaves the meeting and she's like, wow, but I completely invented that. What happened to me? Why did I say that? So she wrote a beautiful scenario, and then from 20 years, this scenario was loved by producers, directors, everyone in the industry, but there was always something they didn't do it. Luc Besson wanted to produce it because it's a very expensive movie to produce. It's like a 100 million movie. And so Luc Besson wanted to direct it with Depardieu and Adjani, and it fell off. Sometimes you would meet a director who says, okay, I'll do this, but I'll just erase your name. And so for 25 years, this woman kept her face at her scenario, and she knew one day this beautiful story will happen. She knew she had something like a call towards the Eiffel Tower, something that sometimes you cannot explain. It's magnetic, the story, the backstory of the little girl with the Eiffel Tower. For her, it's the protection, it's the strength. In the end, it was produced. It was a really big film. She says, I believe in the end miracles happen. So that's her philosophy. She believes in miracles. She taught me a lot about resilience. Maintain her center, like a verticality, a bit like the Eiffel Tower. It's worth every penny. It's very moving, it's simple. So I hope this selection will help you, start this new year, and that you will want to really dive into those books and try to connect to this essence. And I think it's very precious, and if it can put you into motion to, create and manifest your wildest dreams, I think it would be a very good start of the year.